Hi, everybody. Welcome to Attack with Larry C. I'm your host, Larry Christiansen, and we're going to finish up our topic of queen sacrifices. We're going to end up with an example of offensive queen sack and an excellent little defensive queen sack and a thrilling game from the Swedish Championship. But first, let's take a look at this nice little excerpt from the game Rapport Idani. Rapport Hungarian GM, Idani Iranian GM. And this is the situation after Black's 30th move. And we see this position is really dominated by the fantastic bishop on d5. White has a well-centralized and a well-positioned king, good queen position. Black's bishop is very passively deployed. White has strong control over the c-file. Let's see how the game progressed. Yes, rook c6, very predictable. Rooks, people talk about the 7th rank, but rooks also love the 6th rank. Especially here, you have a cleared out 6th rank, and the rook exerts its influence, powerful influence, across the whole board. So Idani retreats, and now White zeroes in on f7, slowly but surely. Now, what's Knight h2 all about? He wants to come to g4, and also he makes available f3 for the queen. Okay, Knight g4, he's attempting to provoke h5, maybe a sack on h6. So Black weakens now his king position with h6, h5, giving White good access to the g5 square. He calmly retreats. There's not much Black can do here. He just has to sit and take it. If Black plays rook c7, for instance, White just calmly goes about his business with queen f3. And besides, rook takes c6 isn't much of a threat, as the b5 pawn is transformed into a very dangerous passed c pawn. Idani holds with rook d7, just holds the fort. Knight f3, menacing knight g5. g6, Black needs to improve his king position. Rapport very calmly builds up his position. g3, very useful move, and for many reasons, getting his king to g2. White just has the luxury of these nice little improvement moves. And also, it's before move 40. I assume that he was in some mild time pressure. Okay, now putting pressure on e5, forcing rook e7. f6 would be just simply too weakening for Black to think about. And by the way, it loses to rook c8. How does it lose? After rook c8, queen b6, now White jumps, invades with queen c6, and that's an invasion Black cannot long stand for. After bishop c7, rook e8 continues the pressure. Black's almost in zugzwang. And rook takes f8 is also quite strong, winning. Okay, so that's a non-starter, f6. He played instead rook e7. And yes, rook c8, queen b6, queen c6. Not bad, but White can do much, much better. He plays it much more cleverly. Now he plays knight d2. He's looking at the a-pawn, which is also a weakness. Black covers the weakness, but he's being stretched to the limit. Now he comes over to f3, takes care of f6. So if the knight moves, queen f6 check will be a very deadly invasion. So Idani is reduced to the